Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Hello farmers, and welcome back to Mercury Farms. As you can see, we got the masher out. We are over by the wheat field, just above the livestock market. We are ready to harvest. Not close enough, there we go. We are about ready to harvest this field, obviously, of wheat, because it is ready. And the market price was good last I checked. I just reloaded the game, so if I remember, it was a good price somewhere. Windmill Hill, $6.50, yes. But the first load we're doing today, we are going to store for the chickens. I do want to put the hut up, because I want to make sure that we enable straw swath. There we go. That's going to be kind of important because I want to sell some of the straw. I assume at the livestock market. Yeah, I've had a couple boo-boos driving around this field. Crop destruction, wonderful thing. All right, let's. No, I don't have the combine unfolded yet. That's a must. Yeah, okay, I'm waiting. I'm not being patient. I want to harvest. There we go. And straw swath. Just want to make sure about that. So, like always, our fields are plowed, limed, weeded, and double fertilized. I can keep up with the fields in this map. It's not like Hawke's Bay where I'm just, oh man, Hawke's Bay, is this a matter? Hawke's Bay is just a video of me jumping around from vehicle to vehicle, just like, okay, you do this. It's like, oh, now that vehicle needs some help. Okay, go do that. It's nice to come back to this map and just, this is my job for the day. Harvest this field. Not even pick up the straw. We may not even be able to pick up the straw, but we'll harvest this field. Wow, we're filling up pretty darn fast here with the wheat, aren't we? A couple passes, so basically I'm going to probably have to do the first pass, put them on a worker, and jump over. We'll get the case Puma, which I believe I left at the main farm. The T8 is still up in the forest with the woodcutter and the planter. If I get to that, we get to that. If we don't, we don't. Probably not with this. I think the only thing I got on my schedule today is harvest a field. Because I do plan on earning some cash today. Any money that we get, as you can see, we are up to 18,000. The rabbits are just ridiculously making us a lot of money for what we paid for them. I mean, we paid $3,000 for those 2 hutches. I don't know what you want to call them. I think they'd be called hutches, wouldn't they? I don't know. Whatever you want to call them. Yeah, we paid $3,000 for them, and probably in a matter of like 4 hours, I got my money back on it. So, yeah, and they're earning us, I think, what was it, $3.50 per hour on hard mode? Yes, we're getting like 20 grand per day between the greenhouses and the rabbits. So now with our loan down to 50,000, or is it 40,000? I kind of forgot. And actually, you're almost full, so I'm going to hire a worker for you. We will tab. That's our Volvo. Duke's Fire. There's our case Puma. I do see we are at, I know the helper's at 80%. We're going to do that, take care of them. I'm looking around. Is it around the corner? Yes, it is. I'm loving this case Puma. I'm loving it. I almost want to say as much as a T8, but the T8 is my pride and joy. It's like, don't ask me why I like the T8. It's not like I've ever ridden one in real life. I have no idea, but always was a fan of the New Holland T8. And he's got a full grain tank. I did not think it was going to fill up that quickly. I thought I was going to be able to harvest a little bit more. But we can harvest once we get our case Puma over here with the trailer. So like I said, the first trailer, that's going to go into stock. They'll give us like 50,000 liters, which is enough to feed both chicken pens. I think both chicken pens would took. Nice English there, Peanut. Yeah, I know. So the chicken pens, I think, will take something like 16 to 18,000 liters. So it's enough to where if both chicken pens were running out of food, we would have enough to fill them up right away and not worry about it. So, you can tell by the side of this field, we will, easily get a trailer to store, and I'm not going to guess how many trailers to sell. The one thing I do have to keep in mind that I am going to be running at ×5 speed, so after our first delivery, the price of wheat may start dropping. So I'll have to keep track of that. But I thought today we do some of the harvesting ourselves because, let's see, make sure I fire the worker. Because usually I just hire a worker to do it while we're carting around doing some other things. But I think today is a good day to do some harvesting. Our other fields are not ready. So I think, I don't know if I showed you this. Oh, we need lime over here. Does it need to be plowed as well? No. So yeah, our other fields, let's see, where are they? I know where my fields are. I'm meaning, where are they in the growth stages? Looks like they could be ready late in the day if we get that far. All right, so there is load number 1. And like I said, then we'll have to pick up, first thing we have to do is pick up the straw, then we'll put some lime down. But my only goal for this episode is just to take a relaxing harvesting episode in the masher with our wonderful modded header that makes us allows us to harvest at a little bit better rate of speed here. So this field won't take us too long. I won't harvest it all. Obviously, when it's time for the trailer to be unloaded, then I'll have to take over that as it may need. So 2 passes, and I got 1 load already into the trailer. And already about 20% full in the combine once again. Now the only thing is, if the livestock market would like to have some straw, there is no quick access just to cut right across there, because there's a horse trail. I don't know, because we own this property obviously, but we don't own the property over there. I don't know if I can cut down the hedges there to give me quick access to to the livestock market. So I'm not sure. But the livestock market might not even be the highest price for the straw, and I'm not too concerned about the straw today. Like I said, I'm just more concerned about selling some wheat and maybe pay off the loan completely, and then our farm can just bask in the glory of earning every penny after that we can keep. There's a good chance in the future this farm may expand to more fields. Who knows, maybe if we earn even enough cash, we might get into cotton harvesting, or I'm not sure I want to do root crop harvesting. After doing some of that on Hawke's Bay, I've been getting kind of tired of doing some root crop harvesting. It's not bad, but it yields very well, but it can be lots of work. Well, that's what farming is, right? Lots of work. And we're almost full once again. But I would kind of like to get the forestry done all together, so the trees will be kind of like in the same growth stage. And I gotta remember, I gotta watch on the combine. I gotta be careful not to overfill this, because I'll just keep going, not pay attention, and destroy my own crop, which is not what I want to do. And I've done it many times before. Alright, that's close enough as far as I'm concerned. Instead of walking up there, we'll just do this. And the one thing I do like about the harvester and this trailer combo, as you can see, the trailer, we're like 33% full. It's almost like 3 combines will fill this trailer. It's almost like a perfect match. Alright, turn off the Puma. Yes, we know it needs lime. Hop back into the combine and watch it unload. Yeah, so hopefully, maybe 3... No, I'm not going to say 3 trailers. Yeah, maybe 3 trailers I might be able to get up to the sell point. One thing about this combine, though, it doesn't unload that quick. But then again, it's not like it's slow. Now, I can't remember if I mentioned it in the last episode. I can't remember if it was Hawke's Bay or the last episode of Mercury Farms. But the same modder that made this header, he made headers for the Ideal Harvester that you can hook up the cotton. It can harvest cotton. So you'll have the header from the cotton harvester for the Ideal. And what you do is, and you're probably thinking, well, how does it unload cotton? So basically, it looks like it unloads cotton into like the sugarcane trailers, and that's how you would unload into it and unload from that. I haven't tried it out just because I just haven't tried it out. I have no reason why, but I just thought to bring it to your attention. So that's one thing I do like about that mod, is that you don't have to buy another header. What is that? What's that combine cost? Like 400 grand? So I mean, if you buy the Ideal Harvester, you already have the harvester. You just have to buy the header for it. But you would have to download. You'd have to buy the modded Ideal Harvester, because obviously the in-game Ideal Harvester does not harvest cotton. So it would be like a modded harvester as well to accept cotton. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get 3 more trailers out of here. Probably 2 more. I don't know. I may be surprised. But this farm is really rolling along now. We just bought cows a couple episodes ago. Well, don't mean we just bought cows. We bought more cows to help the progression of the moo cows, so they make more milk. And obviously they're going to make more manure and slurry that I can sell at the BGA. And the second chicken coop is starting to get, it's getting up there. It's getting probably a couple more days, it'll be full. I think we do have eggs to sell. So I'll have to see what, I think I said I would like to sell eggs. Matter of fact, yeah, I think I remember that now. I better check the prices on eggs, because I kind of forgot about the eggs here. I get confused. Yeah, 1873 at the garden center. So I'll have to keep track. We may have to sell those today. 1873 is a pretty good price. It's not the best we've seen, but it's not a bad price either. And the pallets are getting full, so it's either buy more egg pallets or sell eggs. And I think selling eggs along with wheat today. All right, so we just got another thing added to our list. Harvest this field and sell the eggs. And we know the eggs are going to bring a really good price, so I'm thinking this will be the last episode. And see, I wasn't paying attention. Oh, paying attention. Alright, so I just lost probably like $70 worth of wheat there. You know, the harvester, the harvester. The trailer's not far from us. We'll just go up and unload. And I'm not going to be able to unload at all, but that's fine. So this is going to go right into our silo. So what we'll do is we'll unload. I'll head back down to where I just ran over my crop. I'll probably finish off this row right here, and then I'll turn the harvester around and send them off on a worker. And we'll head back to the farm and unload. Well, the chickens only knew the amount of food that we're getting ready to store for them. Get right to the edge so my trailer doesn't clip the silo or the barn. I guess we should just call this the barn. It's not, it's not much of a silo, but is it going to clip? Perfect. And yeah, my harvester's almost full already. Kind of a little hazy morning here on Mercury Farms. Kind of reminds me of what I would see around where I live. Like in the middle of summer, you wake up in the morning and it's like maybe 60 degrees Fahrenheit outside, and it's just a little bit muggy and hazy, and you're like, oh, it's gonna be one of those hot, humid days. I can feel it coming. And the harvester's full. Of course it is. There was actually something. It's amazing how sometimes your mind just thinks of things. I was just laying in bed the other night, and I was thinking, what they should do for like the repairs on our equipment. So it's just, obviously it's run, you can You can slow down the repairs by slowing down how the dirt winds up on your vehicle. So if you got dirt on fast, your repair is going to go much faster than it does on slow. But that's not what I was thinking. What they should also do is they should make the repair more frequent the older the tractor gets. So it's like anything, when something's new, it's not going to break down as much. You're just going to have to do usual maintenance on it, whatnot. But as something gets older, things break down more frequently. So it's almost like you should have like a multiplier on it somehow. Can I hit the right button, please? There we go. Trying to fire the worker. So that would make us, like as you play along in the series, you know, as you start seeing your hour meter in your tractor, I think they were saying every 30 let's see, how, no, it can't be 30 hours. Well, I'm 10 hours on this harvester now. I can't remember if I repaired it or not. But let's just say if dirt was on normal, say every 10 hours the repair meter would be down to 0. As it gets older, it would be like every 8 hours it would go down to 0, and so on and so forth. Though it would make you kind of think of having to buy or trade in your equipment for newer equipment. But I think they would have to make that kind of like an option. Because some people like to see how many hours they can put on a vehicle or equipment or whatnot. I kind of thought about doing that when I came from Ravenport over to here. I was thinking about taking the T8 from Ravenport and just transferring that tractor over to here so I had the same amount of hours on the engine. Just for curiosity to see how many hours I could put in that tractor throughout playing FS19 until FS21 comes out. Well, I should say if there is an FS21, but apparently Giants have already been talking about FS21 in their higher ups. All right, so we saw the first trailer going in to the silo for the chickens. The rest of this field will be sold. I did turn the speed down to ×1 just because I didn't want the egg price to start dropping and I forget about it. And plus, with us delivering up to the Windmill Hill, I think we're going with the wheat. I mean, that is such a good price. I also don't want to speed up time and make one delivery and also forget about that we're running at a faster speed. That by the time we get back up there, that price is going to start dropping fast. Sounds like I left my case Puma running. That's okay. Because once we pay off our loan today, who cares about money? I would be kind of curious right now to see how much this farm is worth. Remember, we came here with $1.7 million. I'm just curious of how much the farm is worth. Because right now, technically, if you look at the money, you're like, well, you're worth $20,000, which is not true, because we owe $40,000. So we're at a negative 20 grand. But we own all the equipment, the land, animals. I have no idea how much we're worth. All right, hopefully this time I can remember to keep an eye on the tank for the combine so I don't overrun my crops, because I'm bound to do it again. But I'm going to keep my eye on it this time and make sure I don't ruin anything. Let's not waste our money. Well, the combine is on its own for a while. It'll be full by the time I get back, that's for darn sure. So we're headed up to Windmill Hill. I think that's what it's called. Price is still, as we saw earlier this morning, I think $650-ish. Part of me says maybe we should wait and see if the price goes up or down, but I would assume, since it's such a great price compared to other places, I would assume that if anything it's going to go down. And while I was in there, also like, wait a minute, I think I also, in last episodes, like, milk was at a good price, which is at $1,600. And I think $1,800 is the best price that we've seen on here, so I'm not sure what to do there. Yeah, I'm having a little brain functional problem because running 2 series, I keep looking at prices and it's like, I forgot which price was on what map. I can't do it. My brain can't function that way. But here is 31,000 liters of wheat for $650. So, you know, math-wise, 20 grand. That's going to be right. 20 grand, around there. I don't know. Some quick math has told me 20 grand sounds good. And if we do get 20 grand, that's going to be pretty much put us to where the loan would be paid off in full. I think. If we get over 40,000 in the bank, we'll check our loan statement and see what it says. Oh, so I thought I was going to be this short. Yeah, 20 grand. Not bad math by me today. All right. So yeah, I do believe our loan is 40 grand. So we might as well wait until we make another trip up here, because we will, unless the price changes dramatically somewhere else. But part of me is also thinking if we do anything to add to the farm for different harvester, we might get a forage harvester, and the grass field right across from the BGA, we could turn that into corn and just be making some silage all the time and selling the silage at the BGA. And it's always good to have some silage around for the cows. I think it'd be kind of interesting. I keep forgetting the greenhouses here. I come around the corner, I'm like, yeah, just take your white turn, Peanut. No, you can't do that. Yeah, I think what we might do is just, because the price at the BGA for silage doesn't change, you know, maybe we'll just wait until, we'll just keep stacking up the bunker until it gets like really full maybe, and when we get near the end of the series, we'll just sell it all off. I'm actually shocked I'm getting back there before the combine is full. So yeah, we should get another full trip up there. And the good news is you're coming back on up. So that means the pipe is going to be on the correct side. Hey! I need to go buy myself a lottery ticket. I feel lucky. Not really. But yeah, I'd say probably 5 times out of 6 it's on the wrong side. Oh, I say I'm not lucky enough to get here just before he is full. Alright, sir, you are fired. We'll take over until the trailer is full once again. Yeah, so while we're waiting here, I do believe it's a $40,000 loan. We'll look. Yeah, yeah, I did actually remember 40,000. So yes, we will pay off the loan today. Feels real good, man. Feels real good. Part of me is thinking now, do I want to sell the forest or replant the trees and keep the forest, and also maybe buy, you know, I could, no, we could buy the cutter and cut trees when we want to. Because part of me also thought, you know, in the future we could buy that land right there. It's got trees on it, so buying, you know, I don't know. We'll have to see how the money situation goes. First step first. First off, let's just get rid of the loan today, which, as we now know, is going to be a piece of cake. I could just fast forward time 15 minutes down and just get enough from the greenhouses and the rabbits to get us up to 40 grand. So yeah, I think, you know, some plans for the future. I think what I would do, though, if we bought that land over there and cut down all those trees and did what we need to do, I don't think I would merge these two fields together. I would just have twins and put something else over here. Or not something else over here, but a matching field. And yeah, we can plant like 2 huge fields of whatever. The time has come, my friends. Yes, that's right. We are going to be in the black. Finally. It's been a while since we had a loan. But there we have it. Enough cash to pay off our loan. And to have plenty in the bank to do some other things like buy fertilizer, seed, and whatnot for the rest of the day. There we go. And let's come right in here and let's repay off this sucker right now. Leaves us with, obviously, just under 20 grand. But that 20 grand is ours. It's mine. It's all mine. The harvester is going to be just about done. I'm not sure if it can harvest the rest of the field before it fills up, but it'll be pretty close. And I actually did something smart, I do think. I harvested the strip on the edge of the field, so when the worker goes to turn around, he won't be running to the other farmer's trees next to the field, so he should be able to complete the job if I get back or not. But we will sell that wheat as well. Let's remember the greenhouses are here. Yep. They still got manure in them. Yes, they do. And now I'm going to look at those greenhouses like, it's not that important now because, you know, no loan, money's ours. Not that big of a rush anymore. But we'll try to, you know, stay on top of things there. Alright, so he's almost full. Where is he? Or she? Yeah, he's way down at the other end, so he should be done. But we'll head back up and sell the rest of this wheat. I'll probably leave the combine like right here for now. Doesn't really need to go anywhere at the moment. Kind of let the straw dry out in the morning sun. And then on the way back, we will stop at the animal farm. We'll grab the Duke's Fire. We'll load up the eggs. And we'll go sell some eggs today as well. Because like I said, the crates are full. So it's either buy more crates or just sell the eggs. And since the price is up near max, I would say max is like $19,000 to $2,000 somewhere in there. I mean, we're at $1,850, so close enough. Let me turn these beacons off here. We don't need those anymore. I will pull the harvester forward and park it. I better park on my own land, right? It's the wise thing to do. Just in case I come back here and start picking up straw, I want to make sure that it's out of the way. But as we saw, this field, of course, we got to take the straw off it. And then, of course, we got to spread some lime on it. Then we can reseed it with something. Don't know what. But let's go sell this other 8,500 liters of wheat. And I'll meet you back at the animal farm. And we're going to load up some eggs with the Duke's Fire. And I'll probably actually put the trailer on the back of... Nope. We'll take the Duke's Fire. I may need the pallet fork when I get down there. Well, loading these up manually is, for me, never a good thing because something is bound to go wrong. I always get, like, the pallet fork stuck in one of the crates. Or they'll get... this could be, like, one of them that gets stuck on the pallet forks. It's Farming Simulator. You know how it goes. Or I'm bound to push this one off the other end. Because that's just the way I operate. The good news for me is... Okay, that one came right off. The top of the hour just came, so... the chickens won't produce any more eggs for another 15 minutes. So I got 15 minutes to get these back here before boxes start to spawn. So I'm going to do one chicken coop at a time. Maybe. Nope. Stop it. Nope. See, you're going to get stuck. I know you're going to get stuck. No, 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 no. You get back up there, sir. Well, that wasn't too bad. But I'm sure when I get down there, these eggs won't sell. No, that's the wrong button. Where am I going with these now? Does anyone remember? Is it the vehicle shop? Nope, the garden center. On to the garden center. Alright, so the question we all have is the trigger going to take these? Is the question. Or am I going to have to, like, jiggle this, or what's the secret here? I think it's going to make me use my He-Man strength. That's what I think it's going to make me do. That's what we're going to do. No, you're not done selling. Wow, so there was like 20 grand right there. We were at 26,000, I think. Did anyone see where that one went? There it goes. Gotta love it. Man, these egg pallets, you gotta get them just right. Are you sure? There we go. And this one didn't sell just yet, but it will, right? Come on. So we went from 26 to 96. $70,000 worth of eggs are right there. Well, I loaded these up once manually. So, yeah. Now you're going to get it to where I'm just going to use my He-Man strength. Although, this, you probably could do. Pallets can be rather heavy, though, depending on what kind of wood the pallet is made out of. But time to load these up, bring these back to the chicken pen. Go over to the other chicken pen, load up the other eggs. And we'll come on down and sell those, and yeah. Oh, this farm's gonna have 100 grand sitting in its bank account. Pulling in with the other chicken's eggs from the other coop. Not gonna be much of a payday as before, because obviously they haven't laid as many eggs. So, but we'll still get, I don't know, probably half of what we got before, something like that. Even still, it's going to look like a huge amount because, you know, the money's ours now. Any of these going to sell? I'm going to have to take these all off as well. Alright, no surprise there. So, same as before. Man, these eggs just don't want to sell all these pallets sometimes. Come on. Alright. If I lift it up some. Now I gotta lift up off the ground from the cell. Interesting. So it's almost like if the pallet was this high off the ground, which is just a little bit lower than what the trailer is, they sell. Look at that. They're selling right there. Alright, so what are we up with the total now? We're up to 144 grand in our bank account. Makes me want to look at some land and maybe buy some, but I think we'll just bask in the glory of the amount that we have in our bank account for like a day or so before I really figure out what I want to do with it. I also have thought a little bit of maybe starting a little bit of a sheep farm, because we got that grass field there. And really our cows, we should be able to keep up with the cows pretty much, so I might, you know, I could get into doing some wool. But I'm not sure if I want to do more animals on this map or not. So I think, like I said, best thing to do is just soak in the money that we have for like a day or two, and then I'll make up my mind. I mean, do I want more fields, or just want to keep the amount of fields that we have and expand with the animals? Do I want to keep the forestry, keep the forest field, the forest up in the northwest part of the map? Do I want to keep the forest and let those trees grow and harvest them again? Not quite sure what I want to do just yet. I really wasn't sure if we'd be paying off the loan this episode or not, but the price has been right. But it's time to get these pallets back in for the 15 minutes run out, or else I have a box of eggs laying there. But yeah, we got the wheat field harvested, so we got a good amount of food for the chickens for a while. And we sold some eggs, and the biggest part is we paid off our loan. So, you know, tonight when I get home, I'll just crack a beer in the farmhouse and celebrate no more loan. So who knows where this farm will head from now on. I'll have to think about, like I said. But that is going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always, and I'll catch you next time on Mercury Farms. But until then, have a good one.